Good evening and welcome. This is English Talks.
Every June in Bengaluru, something quietly extraordinary happens. Tens of thousands of children walk back into classrooms. Some nervous, some indifferent, and a few excited. And waiting for them, as they have for decades, is a teacher. But something has shifted. The classroom today exists in a world where a 10-year-old can ask a question and receive an answer in 3 seconds. Where parents text teachers at 11 at night. Where a profession once held in reverence now competes for recognition with influencers and income packages. Today, on Minds That Matter, we ask, in this climate, what does it mean to teach? And what does a teacher mean to us? My guest has spent 40 years inside education. As a teacher, a professor, a director of quality and faculty development, and now a member of the Government of Karnataka's curriculum committee, shaping the new education policy. Dr. Girija Srinivasalu joins me from Bengaluru. Welcome to the program, Dr. Girija. Tell us a little about yourself.
I worked for 40 years in the field of education, teacher education especially, with lot of interest. I have passion for teaching. So with that, what is happening, I am able to say that I am giving back little whatever experience and knowledge I have earned to the society.
But the roots of that vocation go much further back, to a small village and a child watching her brother explain what her teacher could not.
When I was in primary school, we were all in villages, small villages. My father was in railways. So there, the teachers were really struggling to give the proper concepts, especially in science and mathematics. And after coming home, my elder brother used to help me. So at that time, I used to say, see, he is trying to do that for me. If I am able to do it for many people, many people will understand the concepts. So with that, from my childhood, I wanted to be a teacher.
That classroom from 40 years ago and the classroom today. Dr. Girija, how has the air inside it changed?
Classrooms, the structure, infrastructure is different. Technology has advanced a lot and lots of technological gadgets are there in the classroom. That is different. But actually, the mindset of the children, it has changed a lot. In learning, it is only maximum we can say 10 minutes. They are too fast in learning. Everything like ready-made food, they want everything within no time. They don't have that patience. They think that teachers are not needed. There are plenty of medias and there are plenty of gadgets around them and they can learn on their own. It is not so. Guru's role is very, very important because they will be on the right path.
Yet, the teachers entering those classrooms have a degree, a B.Ed. And then what? Is that qualification enough?
Mastery over the subject is different. But beyond that, providing an opportunity for the child to learn, construct his own knowledge, that is more important. Teachers have to plan. Teachers have to come up with varieties of ideas, plan A, plan B, plan C, because there are so many children in front of them in the classroom. Each one's mind is different. Each one's socio-economic and psychological background is different. By understanding that, by tapping the talent of the child, giving them what they want, that is the challenge teacher has. Yes, no doubt, the basic degree, B.Ed degree is different. There the basics will be learnt. The foundation will be put. Beyond that, teacher needs to have that passion, that involvement, that dedication.
Ma'am, there is a triangle in every classroom that nobody really talks about much. And the triangle which we always see is the child, the teacher, and the parent. Where do you think communication breaks down the most? And what does that cost a child?
Both father and mother, they are engaged and they are always busy. And in cities like Bengaluru and in small cities also, what is happening? They are busy with their own work and traffic. There's so many problems. With all those problems, they are not able to give more space to their children. Mm-hmm. So with that, what is happening? Children are losing that relationship with them. And in the school, the teacher will have 30 to 40 students in front of them. When these parents are not able to take their own wards into their control, how will the teacher takes care of them in the school? So teacher will tell that you are also very, very important. Parent is also very important. 50% of the importance have to be given by the parent. But that their parents are not understand. They think that we have put our wards into good school and we are paying whatever they are asking. With all that, it is the duty of the school to take care of the children.
There's a word that you used earlier when we were discussing. You said nowadays we don't have teachers.
Yes.
What we should have are facilitators.
Correct.
First of all, what is the meaning of facilitator?
Yeah. Teaching earlier was only giving information to the children. Because information itself called as teaching, and that was what was needed. Memorizing the information and putting it on the paper and getting the marks and thinking that they have completed their education. But now it is not so. Now facilitation is nothing but you are helping the child to learn on his own with lot of interest, curiosity. For that, the teacher has to think of varieties of techniques to provide a learning environment, a learning atmosphere wherein the child will construct his own knowledge, and that will be a permanent learning. He will never forget because he has learnt. It's a hands-on experience for him. He has learnt on his own. He has explored with lot of interest, with lot of curiosity. He has found out the solution for the problem. He has found out the clarity for the concept on his own, because teacher has put him properly on the right path, but he is doing everything on his own, either by himself or otherwise with his friend or in a group. Maybe in the society. So there, in all the places, he'll be learning. He'll always be learning actually without his knowledge.
Ma'am,
that is more important. That is called as facilitation.
But what does it cost a teacher? A teacher also goes through a lot of learning and pressures and everything. So according to you, you've met a lot of teachers. They would have come to you and spoken to you about their pressures.
Teachers think work is not a job. It's a profession. So in the profession, you need to do the needful to the society. You will have certain principles, and that cannot many a times match with the money what they get it. That is where teachers come and tell me a lot. But it is not so now. Especially at present, even government is also, it has come up with different kinds of standards with pay scales, and even to the private institutions, private schools also, they are coming up with lot of rules and regulations, and not that 100% it has improved, but lots of things are changing. And private institutions are not getting good teachers if they don't take care of the teachers properly.
Obviously.
Okay. So wherever they are respected, wherever there is quality, that quality is recognized in many places, and that is where the teachers also go and they do the needful.
Well, in an age where a child can find any answer in 3 seconds, what is the teacher's actual role and what is she actually designing for? You once sat in a room with students and asked them exactly that, right?
Here I would like to give you one small example. A few years before, we all had gone to lovely university which is in Punjab. We were all called as experts there, and there we met a few students of different schools of Jalandhar and Pagwara and all that, and they all had come, and we made sure that their parents are not with them, and even heads are not with them, teachers are not with them, nobody is with them other than those students. Okay, so we made it sure for them that nobody is monitoring them, no cameras, nothing. And afterwards we started speaking to them. Now we have heard that many things. Students say that they don't need teachers and they want to learn on their own. Okay, if you don't want teachers, what exactly you want? What kind of curriculum you need? What kind of learning you want to have? So we have started asking them. They were all from different kinds of schools, even from ordinary school to the best school there. They were all telling, our teachers are not able to understand our requirement, desire. And now they say that don't play with the games, the thing, don't play on the mobile, don't sit in front of the laptop, don't do that, don't use gadget and all. But actually, why are they not coming up with varieties of activities with varieties of gadgets? This happened some 8 to 9 years before actually. Now everything has changed, and many inventors and the innovators have come up with varieties of puzzles, games and all that activities, and now it is changing. Especially in CBSE, many schools are adopting this. Even ICSE also, but compared to ICSE and the state, CBSE is adopting varieties of approaches, varieties of techniques for making their children learn on their own. And the socialistic constructivism, what I told you, helping them to construct their knowledge on their own, that is happening. So this is where teachers' role is different. Teachers have to prepare themselves. They have to be alert, and they have to be always naturally. They need not put a lot of efforts, but naturally they have to be alert because it is their profession always. And they have to keep their all panchendriyas open and absorb everything. And with all that, what technique would be best for my child in the classroom? What approach would be best for my student in the classroom for that particular subject, for that particular topic? That way the teachers have to think.
Schools reopen this June. Somewhere in Bengaluru, a young teacher will be obviously, excited about joining some school, where they would have gotten their first job. So while they are preparing, they're also a little afraid. What advice would you give such a teacher?
Okay. Be prepared, accept the children as they are, and try to understand their psychology. No doubt they have a lot of distraction, they're sensitive, okay, they are not ready to take the rejection. But instead of that, try to put it in a proper way for them to accept. Okay, and make them, convince that, not saying that this is not correct, that is not correct, this should be done, that should be done. No, you tell them, you put both the situations, right situation, wrong situation, ask them to accept which is good for them, for their future. Okay, so that's how you are making the child to get interest for learning. Kindle their curiosity, kindle their interest. So for that, what best you can do from your side, you do that. Naturally, you will also start enjoying your profession, and along with that, you will also satisfy the needs of the children. And for the future, you will be preparing very good citizens.
Dr. Girija, one last question. If your 25-year-old self walked into the studio right now, the one who had just started, who was timid, who didn't yet know what 40 years would teach her, what would you tell her?
Very, very nice question you have asked me. Yes, to speak about myself, I have done my complete education in Kannada medium. And afterwards, when I became a teacher without training in a small primary school, I was very timid. I did not know many things as a teacher. But only thing what I used to do is, I used to every day prepare myself. Both the textual information and also mentally also. I used to go prepare, and I used to be one among the children. And with all that, what happened, day by day, I started improving. My language was also improved, and my subject matter also, mastery over the subject matter also. And every day I used to think, hey, there are these challenges. How will I solve these challenges? How will I come up with some solution for this problem? Every day I used to think naturally. And all the things which were around me, my mother used to shout at me because everything outside, whatever I get, I used to collect and put it in my room. And my mother used to, so many a times, throw all that out. And with all that, how will I come up with new idea? How will I come up with new technique for the children to learn? I started doing all that. With that, I really could do little bit to the field of teaching.
What would you tell her?
Yes, you have to have patience. You have to have curiosity. You have to start exploring. That exploration, interest and curiosity will lead you to the best way in your life.
Dr. Girija Srinivasalu, educationist, policy voice, and after 4 decades, still someone who believes deeply in the human being at the front of the room. Thank you for being on Minds That Matter. This is Akashvani's English Talks. If a teacher changed your life, perhaps this June is a good time to tell them.
This program was brought to you by Akashvani, Bengaluru.